Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel today. I am Jennifer, and I help stuck midlifers get unstuck through practical tips, mindset shifts, and all the optimism and inspiration one can stand to take. I'm bringing you a very casual, on-the-fly video this morning as the sun gets in my eyes about rest. I was going to say Sesame Street is brought to you today by the letter R for rest, because I am very much in a space of needing that myself, and I have dedicated myself to making this channel be something that helps people take care of themselves, and I would be remiss if I did not share about resting. And I feel that it is particularly poignant today because I need rest. So if learning about how to take care of yourself through various means of rest and how to identify that you actually need that rest sounds good to you, then come along with me and let's get started. First things first, there are many different ways that we can feel into needing rest. The first and probably most obvious, although some people have a really hard time tuning into this, but it's the closest to our awareness, is feeling tired or exhausted in our body. Our muscles are tired. We're showing signs of tired. Like I probably have bags under my eyes this morning. It's still quite early, so I've had my coffee and gone for some blood work this morning, and I'm just gearing up for my day. But we will see and feel in our body that we are tired and need rest. And then also our mind. So is our thinking slow? Are we in a dreamlike state? Do we feel fuzzy-headed? These are things that I'm definitely feeling today in my mind and my body. And so that can be my first tip that, wow, I need to take it easy today and find ways to honor myself and rest. Next, I feel like identifying that we need rest goes to an energetic level. So we can feel in our body and mind that we're tired or that we're exhausted. But then there's that next tier of energetically, how am I feeling? What capacity does my body have to output energy? How much energy is my body missing? Do I even have the bandwidth to output today like I would normally intend to output? I have found through my transition and my growing, which I always want to share with you guys because I really believe that the proof is in the pudding, so to speak, but the lessons are in the shared experience more than me giving you bullet points that I researched on Google AI, and it gave me, the top 3 ways to rest, or the top 3 ways to identify that you need to rest based on hundreds and thousands of web pages. I'm sharing my experience with you because the human experience we can gain so much more from, and I really think it's needed in this time. Although it's exciting, the technology leaps and bounds that we're making, we're all still human, and I think what we need most in this world right now is each other. So for me, in my journey energetically, I used to not be able to tune into at all, or especially honor my energy. I used to bulldoze through and be this loud, bright energy, which that is kind of my nature. You guys are kind of getting used to how I am. And even right now, as I'm talking, I'm getting excited because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about to you guys. Clearly, I definitely need rest. You can see that I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Let me compose myself for a moment. I have my sleeve tissues. So what I have learned on my journey is that in the past, I neither had the capacity to acknowledge my lack of energy, number one, so zero awareness. But number two, even if I was aware or if I was unaware, I would bulldoze and just constantly force myself to show up as energetic, optimistic, bubbly Jen. And that is exhausting, right? So I'm sure that some of you are relating to this, because when I get to the third principle, which is the macro environment, right? Society, our town, our city, our communities, our environment. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Goodness gracious, Jennifer, dry those eyes. So, what I have learned and how I am changing is that when I feel that urge, that old urge, that unhealed urge to push through and to show up and to run myself into the ground in order to maintain what my reputation, my what even was I doing with that? It is completely problematic for me to keep pushing myself in a way that my body, my mind, and especially my energetic body does not want to or cannot give right now. And it is incredibly draining, and it really is a form of self-betrayal. So when you what you need to do is try to tune into your energy. How much energy do I have today? Maybe rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, right? So 0 is those days where you're like literally just like blurb. You can't do it. Like you're going to be a blob on the couch watching Netflix. As unhealthy as that may be, we love it. And I am guilty as charged. To a 10, right? Where we're like motivated and inspired, and we can feel the energy in our body that we have to expend, and we're looking forward to the day and we're ready to go. And just tune into yourself. Take 2 seconds to say, okay, how am I feeling energetically today? And then you're going to work to honor that. Okay? So the third kind of level of tuning into how tired or exhausted we are, or how can we show up in the world today and honor our need for rest if we need it, is the pressures that are external to us, right? Our jobs, our families, our pets, our YouTube audience, our church community, our friendship groups, whatever we belong to. What are they trying to draw from us energetically, and what pressures are they putting on us physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically? And do we have the capacity to meet that today? And what aspects of those macro or larger systems do we want to invite in today? And what do we not have the ability to do with that today? And sometimes that may look like delegating things out, or asking for help from a friend or spouse, or canceling an engagement, or calling out sick, even if you're not sick with the flu, right? Like if you're working, take a mental health day, take a day where you're like, you know what? I just need to rest my energetic body so that I can show up again later. And one of the reasons that I'm shooting this video this way today, casually in my room with my nightlight still on and everything, is because energetically, it's not in the cards for me today to set up my ring light and plug in the camera, although I've made it quite simple. I wanted to bring you the real from where I'm at, and that's that energetically, I'm feeling the love for you guys as my audience, but I need to bring you something that's in alignment with where I'm at. And so I'm not going to make you do as I say, not as I do. I'm showing you, do as I do. Tone it down a notch. Do what you can to give, but that honors the energetic level that you're at, which is what I'm doing today. And I'll share with you guys another really exciting thing and probably also why I'm in a period where I need to recalibrate my nervous system and energetically I'm a bit drained, is that Monday and yesterday I resigned from my corporate job, and it's a decision that I had been leading up to and that I was prepared to make and was not impulsive, and I'm so glad that it is executed. But it was taking a lot of my energy and time and mind, thinking and planning and spiritual energy, right? Like being prayerful and tuning into guidance of the right timing and being in alignment with what my spirit guides see for me coming to fruition. So yay, I've done it. I'm free. I've given my 4 weeks notice, so I will still be working, but I am so looking forward to my last day, and it's on August 8th, which is the Lion's Gate, which if you're an astrology buff, that is a huge, huge portal for messages and symbols and looking forward to things, and all of that wonderful Leo energy, which I am so stoked about. I may or may not have aligned that with intention. So that's where I'm at today. Tune into your body and your mind. Tune into your energetic body and give yourself a rating and say, where am I at energetically? How can I show up today in a way that honors where I'm at? And then look at your external entities, communities, work groups, obligations, and tune it to what you need it to be. I will share with you that what I've learned to do in a corporate setting, just in case any of you are still in that circumstance, is that often there are only 3 to 5 things that are imperative that I get done in a day. And if I'm showing up in a day where I'm energetically less than and I'm tired, I will shift my day in order to prioritize getting done those 3 to 5 things that are of greatest importance as early in the day as possible. And then I like to take my remote office out of my actual office and set up camp on the couch or out by the pool, so it doesn't feel as much like work, where I can be as present as possible for my team, and make sure that I'm there for them and working on tasks that use less brain power and use less energy, but that still create a sense of productivity in me. So thank you so much for coming on this video today with me. I hope that it was helpful. The most important thing I think is that if you were able to say, I have felt like that before, or I didn't look at things that way before, that's more important than you having a list of 3 things to do to practice resting today. We know what those things are. You can go to Google, like I said earlier, and research those things. I'm going to be coming out with a free guide of resources for you guys very soon. Email list for free and get that master list of curated resources. I hope to have it finished within the week, and I will refer you to that to look into how you can take steps and the things that have been most helpful to me if you're a steps person, right? If you're somebody that needs to be told, like, this is what you need to do. But I'm going to encourage you to just tune in, right? Let's get into the energy together with each other and learn in that space and execute things and get in the comments and talk about what we're dealing with so that we can support one another. Again, I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you so much for coming along with me and holding space for me in my emotional state when I became impassioned about the work that I'm doing with you guys. Wish me luck as I finish up life in the corporate world for now, because woohoo, I'm excited about that. And I'm going to go have a productive but restful day. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.